Good morning, friends. I hope you're doing well, or good day whenever you're watching this. This is Tracy Brown, your somatic nutrition dietitian and attuned eating specialist. So I'm outside because, ouch, ooh, ow, I just got bit by something. Eee. Ooh, okay, that was really painful. An ant just bit me on the leg. Sorry. Live video. I was outside because there was a deer out here I was watching, and I didn't want to go inside to do the video, so. And I also, a couple days ago, my family and I saw a mother and 3 cubs bear. It was really awesome. So I've been coming outside in the mornings just to see if I could find something. So anyway, there's that. Sorry for my reaction. Oh, that was painful. But anyway, a little entertainment for you this morning as well. So I wanted to talk about, I know this is a little bit of a serious topic, I guess, but I think it's important that we take some time to be curious about ourselves in it versus maybe judging it or just kind of getting in this shame loop about it, because it happens to a lot of us, is that we know what is good for us. We even might know what we need, but we have a barrier around letting ourselves have what we need or want. And so that can exactly be food. So let's talk about the food part first, is that we might know that we would feel a little bit more nourished with some protein in the morning, but we don't let ourselves have it. Or we might know that, gosh, I kind of always have this 3 o'clock headache, but I'm recognizing I don't let myself have water. I don't take the time for that throughout the day. It could be something like that. It could be even that I know that the amount of food I'm eating doesn't serve me as well, but in terms of, like, I know that I'm bypassing my fullness and I'm feeling extremely full, but I'm having a hard time stopping at enough. And so we get mad at ourselves about those things. We judge it. But there's a reason we have a nourishment barrier, and it's because I'm just going to bottom line it. It can be really, really scary to slow down and be vulnerable. Because vulnerable might mean that you feel unsafe, or taking in nourishment might not feel good or safe as well. And it doesn't sound rational. It's not necessarily, it is, but that's not the point. There is a reason we might be struggling. So if you're at the beginning of your non-diet journey, you might find that you do need to eat past fullness to basically make it okay, to make it not a terrible, scary, the worst thing ever thing. That sounds pretty healthy to me, to be honest. We might find that we struggle with the water, not because we don't want to drink water, it's because we're all that embodied, and slowing down doesn't feel maybe comfortable because it's new. And so it's not that we don't want to drink the water, it's just the barriers of, like, gosh, if I slow down, then if you start to slow down, you're going to know, it's like, oh, if I slow down, I'm afraid I will be seen as not being as productive, and then people won't value me as much. It could be simple things like that. Sorry about that. It's simple. It's not simple. Definitely not simple, but it's maybe your reality. And so it's really important just to, like, be curious about those nourishment barriers. And more deeply, again, we always talk about what's happening on your plate is happening in your life. So you might find that, like, oh, I also don't take in compliments very well, or I also struggle with thinking that what I'm going through means anything, or that it even matters. That's a nourishment barrier as well, where we might think that, like, being introspective or vulnerable means we're weak, and that's a protective strategy, but that doesn't mean that it's true. It just means that sometimes you can't just white knuckle through and get results. It could just be, well, I can do it for today, but then the next day and the next day and all the rest of my life are much harder. And so it's time to start coming back to being curious. What about slowing down and giving myself what I need feels difficult? And that's the bottom line that we want to know. So I hope this little mini lesson, encouragement, was helpful to you. Let me know in the comments below if this is something that you also can resonate with. And if you know somebody who could benefit from the teaching in this video, let other people know. I appreciate that. And one last word before I hop off. I know there's some weirdness going on in some Facebook groups lately about basically trolls being in there, and maybe people's information being shared. I don't know of any of that in my intuitive eating group. I know for certain not in the Attuned Eating for Attuned Living group. That one's obviously by invitation only. And if there, I have been considering that all of these groups we can move to my private website where you'd have your own password to get in. So if that's something you're interested in as well. So if you're watching this and you're especially a part of the intuitive eating support group, if that's something you're interested in, definitely put a comment below. If you want to email me or message me, that's fine too. But that's something that I will consider doing. Just creating, anyone who wants to come over can do that. So those are all things that are probably be in the works if that's a concern for you. I mean, I'm not going to change anything about the groups as of now, but if security is a concern for you, to be interested in something that like nobody can get in unless they have a password that's their own password. If that's something that you're interested in, please let me know, and I will get on that a little faster than I was. So anyway, but I need to know basically who might be interested in that, because honestly, that's a good bit of infrastructure I've got to build to make that happen. But I'm more than willing to do that. So, all right, well, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. And if you have questions, please let me know. And know that nourishment is actually here around us all the time. And that we can't always feel 100% safe, possibly. But there is, if you look around, there's usually relative safety enough. So thanks so much for watching. Take care.